Is it real?
Or is it a
Is this
fantasy?
real life? Could this be?
A fantasy.
But
Not in a landslide.
maybe this is actually true.
Yeah, but this is our
The last
escape from
episode?
reality. But this
Oh,
is our
no.
escape from reality. Don't spoil it for us.
The last episode, everyone?
Did
We're
Cord,
sure of
One
that.
way to find
We
out.
hope.
did Cord actually predict when the final episode would be? Correctly? For once?
Nah. Do you know that? When have we ever done that properly?
Once.
Don't worry. I can see that Nar has 1 hit point there and nothing else.
Yeah, just to, appear to be alive instead of 0. I put the token.
Before we leave,
So-
before we leave the base, unless Luke has any severe reservations about her doing this, Elena will start walking away and telling him that unless he has any objections, she would like to stay behind and help with the cleanup.
Okay. You wouldn't have any objections with that.
Okay.
So Elena will give her haunted look and just start moving around the rest of the facility, trying to find whatever else she can find.
He's just going to give her a look and just move, respect the shared need of space and focus on the mission and go to Luke and basically ask him if it's possible that he keeps an eye on the elevator until he's completes his transaction, stuff like that. Even if he appears to not have access to anything like that, he doesn't think it's just trustworthy to just leave it alone. And after the last conversation he had with him and he has her, he's even more sure that even if we need this guy right now, he's too dangerous to just leave alone.
Okay.
Okay.
So the elevator will be boarding one of the ships that the rest of the Jedi came with. So if you want to be there.
Mhm.
Oh, there he is. I can see a droid. An additional droid over.
Was this the droid we were looking for?
Yes, it is Stab.
I don't see anything there. Is that like on the DM layer, so we shouldn't see it, or is this say I am not seeing things that I should be seeing?
It is Stab's.
Okay.
Just making fun of Stav's profile pic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't looking what you were clicking on.
Well,
Alright,
Stab is the
Stab's
mechanic.
in roll 20.
Well, Stab is the humanoid droid
Yeah.
in our real life group, so yeah, that's true.
Rare.
Oh
Very
no!
rare.
The smirk of doom.
Yes. Yes.
This is the real reason why, almost exactly the real reason why Elena went off to do the cleanup work, so she didn't have to talk to Wedge right now.
Plot twist. Wedge was a Terminator all along.
Of course.
Anyway,
Wouldn't he call himself the Impregnator?
if anyone else wants to do something specific on the base, helping with cleaning up and stuff like that, you can do it. Otherwise, we can go directly to the point of everything is concluded. And you will be making your way back to Ossus.
Well, one thing to be sure, Neo's going to double check, that he deleted everything important of this race, So
Okay.
yeah, just to be, sure he fulfilled his part of the bargain, and when he's sure that everything in this facility is out. He will basically tell her, send a message to the link that communicates to him, saying the base is clean.
Okay. Will you return to Ossus boarding your ship or the ship that?
If it is possible for Neo to go in the ship with the Avator, he's going to go on that one to be
If
keeping an
it's
eye on
possible,
him on the
it's
guard.
your choice,
Okay.
pretty much. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
Neo is going to be on that ship.
Alright,
Grabbing a
who's going
chair,
to keep an eye on Neo?
sitting in front of the
Who's on
Avator.
Neo
at the cell.
babysitting duty?
Daisy already
You
claimed
enter
that
the
job,
ship.
but I'm not going to steal that from her.
Neo, you enter the ship.
No,
You make yourself
Ace is not on
comfortable.
babysitting duty. She's on a different duty involving Neo.
Yes.
That involves babysitting, don't you know?
Neo, you board the ship. You're making yourself
Yeah.
comfortable, and you don't even notice when Tessa comes in
Yeah. Mhm.
and just exists a few feet next to you.
Neo's just going to basically give her a nod, and if she talks, he's going to talk. If not, he's going to be keeping an eye on the Avator.
She
Her
seems-
face is set in a permanent scowl.
Her face is unreadable. It's poker face.
you can imagine Neo's thoughts immediately. Oh crap!
You also notice that Elena is nowhere near the ship, thinking, I'm just going to leave it to the two of them. This is not a domestic I want to be
And
involved
then
with.
she says,
Again.
and then she says the magic words. Neo, can we talk for a second? You know you're doomed. No, that doesn't happen right now.
Not right now, but you know
Not
it's
right
coming.
now.
Neo that's going to say, I was expecting that at some point pretty soon.
You'd also notice that Elena is eerily absent from the room, as if she's thinking, yeah, I don't want to get involved in this one.
First of all, we are still on the ship on the way to Ossus, and Neo's not traveling with Elena, so I don't think he's expecting her to be anywhere near.
Well, I know.
Yeah, it doesn't stick out at all, is the point.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
Neo, you're on the same ship with Kyle.
Mhm. Yep.
You're both checking with your
Yeah.
with a certain someone that you're traveling with,
Mhm.
and you see that he's pretty relaxed. He's just he's just sitting on his.
Another day, another
Something or other.
troublesome interaction.
Roll a perception check. I would
Okay.
say.
You want Neo who has worse eyes than her to basically check. Okay. Let's see if I get it.
You are
right.
the one that's there, so.
Yeah. Oh god, I got a good roll. Not necessarily a good score, but a good roll.
Okay.
He's got low light side vision.
You can see that occasionally he moves his left hand a little bit. There is a very small tag on his sleeve, and you can make the same assumption. It's safe to make the assumption that he's checking things with his. Mini computer. You're not exactly sure what he has on his wrist,
Yeah.
but you know it's there.
Okay.
But you see that he's not
Yeah.
doing it in a way that he doesn't seem to bother to conceal it. Let's say.
Okay, so if he's not trying to conceal it, he's not something. Well, it's not something important, or it could make you think that it's not important. Both which are important. So basically, Neo will comment this later on when we're not in front of the elevator, so that people can check on everything there. But he's trying to basically play a gamble, like I did not notice. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah,
Okay.
don't know if that's smart, but Neo is trying to, he's not sure which side this bet is going, so he's just trying to keep the ball rolling for now, not act panicking. Like, yeah, we are all agreeing with whatever you're doing, sure.
Okay. Wedge,
Yes.
you're returning back to Ossus yourself with the rest of your company.
Perfect.
And
Was the mission a success?
of course, it was a success. An outstanding success.
Yeah, it's your employees. Of course, it was a success.
Yes. It was an amazing success. Everyone's dead. I mean, no.
Oh no, everybody's dead. And I'm not dead. That's
You-
yes. This is a
your mech was damaged, but it's nothing that can be fixed. So, it is what it is.
Perfect.
On your way back, you get a message.
Okay.
It comes from Renalyn.
Okay.
It says, "So, is it over?"
It has been done.
Oh, no, that's good to hear. Care to give me the details?
I have to say it was a astounding success. While I rub my
Hands.
my non-existing beard.
Couldn't have gone much better.
My imaginary beard is.
Hello, not
Oh
there.
yeah, but I don't have a mustache. What am I doing?
Please tell me you said
Don't
this
think
out
about
loud.
it. Don't think about it.
I'm twirling the air where my phantom mustache actually is.
This is the
Phantom mustache.
welcome to the actual title of this episode, everyone. The finale, the Phantom Mustache.
By the creative mind of Hideo Kojima. Wait, what?
Damn it! Stop revealing my true identity.
Hideo Kojima, oh no, get ready to get invaded by numerous actors, just to speak a few lines and then leave.
No. We have to first 3D scan them from top to bottom and then send
Yes.
them away.
For the top secret project.
No, we all know that the real ending of this episode will be Ladder climbing a never-ending ladder for 3 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Kojima is making
Peer art.
droids out of all of them, calling it now. Anyway,
Kojima's making another crap game.
Oh!
no,
No,
Siren,
don't say that.
what have you done?
We're going to cancel that. So, yeah.
Okay, I guess you
It was
will
an outstanding
convey the
success.
details.
Yes, and I'm starting to essentially say the operations, what essentially happened of the mission.
Okay, you see that she's pleased and says, "Well, that's good to hear. Okay. Well done. I believe we might have the opportunity to talk in person the coming days."
I raise my eyebrow on person part. Yes.
Mhm.
Have I just
Yes,
secured
I
a
Oh,
second?
might.
so in person, physically.
Second date achieved.
Yes.
Thinking
We,
with.
we all know we all know I'm going to raise female characters.
My God.
I'm raising him slowly.
He can't risk
So,
my female characters, so he has to settle for Marissa's.
um, with all of that out of the way, you do arrive back on Ossus after
How's the situation?
a few
It's a galaxy map.
two
Yes.
additional jumps.
Okay.
Oh, are we all going back to Ossus now?
The Jedi, yes. The
Oh,
people from the New Republic are returning back to whatever base they left from, but you are returning back to Ossus.
okay.
Same with
I want.
you. Same with the ship that Wedge is currently on, and the rest of his crew.
Okay.
Do I happen to spot
Okay.
the Falcon following us to Ossus?
No,
Damn it. Alright, never
don't
mind.
spot it. Yes.
But it's there. I know. Come on, let's go. Anyway, Tyron wanted to say something.
Yeah, there were a couple things that I wanted to do before Ossus. Before we actually get
I
there.
remember that you have at least two things.
Yeah.
You
So
did.
first things first, on the ship, because she probably hasn't really been out and talked to anybody, and needs to.
I'm just meditating
Dwayne
here,
will-
silently.
Dwayne will go and talk with Lena, asking basically, you know, you. Sorry, I didn't want to pry before, but what's going on? You've not been yourself.
I know. Her eyes are still closed at this point, but all you get out of her without prying anymore, before prying anymore, says, I know. And I'm sorry about that.
You want to share?
What is there to share? You saw everything in there that I did.
Yes. And it's all really messed up. That's why I'm worried.
What exactly you want me to tell you?
What has you so shook? Specifically.
She sighs, finally opening her eyes, and you can see a lot of pain behind them. It reminded me of something that should have been long forgotten. But clearly the galaxy has other plans.
I know a thing or two about that.
When I was younger, you remember me mentioning how I was saved and almost fostered by an ex-clone trooper before I was found by the Jedi?
Mm-hmm.
One thing he told me always stuck with me. is when I asked him about Order 66, he told me exactly what happened on the clone's perspective. How 1 minute they were fine doing their duty and aiding their Jedi brothers in battle. The next, it was as if darkness fell upon them and their bodies reacted before their minds could even process what was going on. There was a glazed look in his eyes when he told me that. An almost similar expression to the eyes I saw in those clones that we found at the base. And they aren't the only ones. Do you remember that mission to the Black Sun base we had a few months ago?
We've had a lot of missions since then, but it rings a bell.
Yeah, well, when I defeated the Black Sun Vega there and investigated everything that was in the base, I found those same clones that we found in the facility. Extremely young, eyes glazed as if there was no life behind them. I also saw the same thing on the asteroid belt that we got kidnapped on. But they were dead. Yet their eyes looked exactly the same as if they were still alive. What data we found in the base, how these clones were bred to be controlled, to develop a virus to control every force user in the galaxy, and failing that, wipe out the Jedi all over again.
Sounds like more than just trying to wipe out the Jedi.
It's wiping out any trace of the Force in the galaxy. Anyone with any potential in the Force, Jedi or no, is to either be controlled or genocided under a regime of people like Anturi.
And the Abater was developing this technology?
I don't think the Abater himself was personally involved, but he did seem to have a personal interest in such research, I believe, given the fact that he was collecting all the data he could from the base.
Huh. Okay. Never mind, my stuff doesn't even begin to cover it.
That's not all. I also sense your disappointment in me bargaining with the Abater to save your life.
I can't help but feel like it's a mistake.
Listen, I don't trust him either, but this information he holds, it's too important to just let go. And she just gives you a mournful look when she says this. It wasn't worth the risk losing you as well. If I had to choose between your life in that moment and losing you for no discernible reason, that's something I couldn't allow. And she almost mumbles this at the end of it by saying, I've lost too much already.
And what is it you even hope to gain out of this? You say information that's vital. Like, do you even know what it is? Do you have any idea? Any clue? Anything?
Only a feeling. My feelings are telling me that what he has to share will bring an end to whatever this plot with the clones is, but also I also sense that he has information for me about what this new threat is from beyond the galaxy. Maybe he has the answers I'm looking for regarding my ancestry and what the Force has been telling me. I don't like it, but without another source of information, there's no other way to obtain this. There's no other way to figure this out. I don't ask you to agree with me, but do you trust me on this?
He actually does take a while to respond. But then finally he does answer. I will trust that
Okay.
I will trust that your intentions are coming from the best possible place. And what comes of that? I guess we'll all have to live with.
Otherwise, that's why I'm taking the decision to stay out of it until necessary. My cards are on the table. It's up to Luke to decide if we take this deal or not. It's out of my hands now.
Well, I guess there's not more to be said here then. Other than I'm still not convinced it's the right move.
You think I'm convinced?
But thank you.
For what?
For saving my butt. Again.
I didn't do anything you wouldn't do the same in my shoes.
He just nods and then, unsure of what else to do or say, he just gets up and walks out.
Okay.
To a more secluded part of the ship.
Meaning in the ventilations.
No.
that only Jawain has access to.
The Jawa party room, as we call it.
Even still, it can only fit one.
There can only be one.
He's in the process of
No,
making...
it's there can be only one. Pika, say it right.
No.
There can be only one.
Phil, you cannot make me say it right.
There can be only one. He's been thinking about making a larger gap in the ventilation system so Elena can join him, but he's not got around to it yet.
No. There are times when Joy needs his space too.
I know. I know, I was making the joke. That's why Elena's got her own private meditation room that doesn't have a jar cat flap.
It is here that Joanne begins to meditate.
Okay.
And then, after calming himself, after gathering his thoughts, he utilizes his natural 20 to reach out to the Force to you know who.
Force Skype.
Time to reach Linkara.
I can almost hear the sound of Skype calling.
Okay. A connection with Dark Janitor has been established. I mean,
Hey, look! If you can tell someone on the ship I'm in, to with your ship, that the invader is trying to do something with hacking, I'm not that good at that. I'm good at accessing, not at running interference and detecting stuff. It will be appreciated, dude. There, that's the jokingly connection. Now we can keep
turns
going with the
out
serious
the
one.
Dark Janitor is much closer than you thought.
In what way do you mean?
In all the ways.
Have you checked your sock drawer?
In either case, the connection is established. So yes, you can try and transmit some kind of message.
I know what you did last summer.
Are you involved in what's about to go down?
That's that. Is that a serious question? Whether I want or not, I would be.
You are aware what he was doing in that lab.
Yes, as I said, I was invited, but declined. He had this huge brute of his and the mercenaries, so
Look, I like to think I know you well enough to say you don't like being even remotely answerable to him.
there is no answer, but it is quite obvious.
The way this trade works, apparently, is that he only gets released if that trade is made.